This is my buddy JP from Zurich.
Hello.
JP insisted that we have some Alaskan king crab today. Is that true or not?
Yeah, it is.
What we're going to do now is we're going to make the butter, the lime garlic butter, for the Alaskan king crabs. I might forget about cooking altogether. Take the butter. We're going to shred a little bit of this lime. You don't want to go too deep on it because it gets bitter. You get a little of that. I'm going to take the juice. Thank you, Mariano. Put the juice in with the butter. I'm going to take a little bit of garlic and throw it in too. Then we're going to put it on a very low heat. If you get this going too quickly, it's going to brown. It's going to get real nutty and maybe not what you want. Mariano, hovering in the background as per usual. Mariano's going to watch it carefully. So this is our Argentinian parrilla, and what this is the fire chamber of it where we create the coals. And tonight we're going to do a mix of wood coals and this hardwood charcoal. The wood coals are going to drop onto the hardwood charcoal, and the wood will ignite the charcoal underneath. So we're going to get to these a little later. But I think what we should do is stir fry some scallops. Good scallops. They're dry, a little sticky. There's no preservative. They smell like the ocean. They're beautiful. You take the little membrane off the side, you stick them in the bowl, and you get ready for one of the great pleasures in life. And what we're going to do with these scallops, you wave the layer cake over the scallops as a blessing. We're going to take a scallop, we're going to set on the cutting board, and we're going to use this knife, flat knife. We're going to squash the scallop down a little bit, and we're going to cut it in half. The reason we do that is that when you're stir frying scallops, you want them to cook quickly, and you don't want to overcook them. You know, quite frankly, they're expensive. So you cut them in half, everybody's happy. If you have a big one like this, it's going to take, these are going to take a while to cook. With stir fry, you want them in there for a few seconds, bang, boom, you serve the dish fresh. And all the while, of course, you're making sure you don't get dehydrated, which I'm working on that. Normally the Chinese have these Chinese vegetables. You can't get them here in Napa Valley, forget about it. So whatever you got, you throw it in there. Today, it's gonna be these lovely snap peas and a little bit of fresh corn. So we start off with a little bit of rice wine vinegar, just a touch. Put a little sesame oil in there. It's about 1 tablespoon. I'll give a little more because I like sesame oil. Then we just chop the ginger into basically a rectangle, okay? Then what you do is you stack it. You cut it into these lovely toothpicks. See, now we got all these beautiful toothpicks. We take these toothpicks, we throw it in there. A little bit of salt. We grind some pepper in there, white pepper. We put a little bit of chicken stock in there, not too much. And then we take a little bit of shallot. I use shallots. You can use a number of different things, but I like this. That's actually me sneaking in some garlic. Put a little sugar in, okay? Just a splash. Then we put a little cornstarch in. Not too much. You don't want to go crazy, okay? Then what we do is we look at this little thing, this cheat sheet here, okay, and we go, hey, did I forget anything? No, I don't think I did. This is the way us home chefs, our real chefs in the world, work. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a couple of these serrano chilies, and I'm going to cut them up. Seeds in. The reason is because if you don't have the seeds, you're just eating green stuff. The seeds have all the love in it. Come on, Freddie Carl, get up. Fred here is like the patron of the arts. He puts up with me and sends me magic stuff to work with, and
Absolutely.
we have a shitload of fun cooking together.
And I helped design this kitchen, by the way.
You did design this kitchen, basically.
I helped.
Well, you did most of it. It was like, okay, here's what we're putting in here. We're putting this and that and that. I was like, hey, Fred, I don't want a tall fridge. Okay, well, we got the under-counter fridges, and I love them. This is Margaret Carl. Margaret here is a sweetheart, and she's like going, I don't know what he's cooking, but we're going to give it a go, you know.
Yeah,
So,
it's
hey.
gonna be good.
Our next step is the cooking part. So get the oil good and hot, and then you just start to hear the corn pop a little. The corn is getting a little caramelized. You're getting this nice kind of, oh, thank you, Mario. This is the peppers and the ginger, the garlic, and the cornstarch. Throw that in there. Give me the scallop. Throw them in there. And you just spread them out a little, let them cook. If you stir the scallops too much, they're gonna break up and you're gonna have a stew. The corn's starting to pop in there. It's caramelizing, it's popping. You know, it's just gonna be a great combination of flavors. I like to get a little sear on the scallops. That's it. Give it a little of this here. Put that in there. Kind of a rustic dish, but lovely.
Got a rock and roll girlfriend. She's got a rock and roll car. She's got a rock and roll girlfriend. Yeah, man, I feel like a star. I got a rock and roll